Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Brave Fencer Musashi for the Sony PlayStation 1. In the first video, we played all of Chapter 1, where Musashi was summoned to the world that the game takes place in. We pretty much figure out, well, he figures out what he needs to do to get Lumina. And then we find out that the princess has been kidnapped by some guy named Root Trick, and he sent a steam knight after us, which we destroyed. And then we fell asleep while wondering where Princess Filet went. So, if I were to press no, if I were to press triangle for no for would you like to resume play, it actually just takes me back to the beginning of the save prompt. So, I can't go back to the whole sequence with the title screen and the attract mode and everything to show off what I wanted to talk about before we get into Chapter 2, which is, what in the heck is Square Electronic Arts LLC? You probably noticed that at the beginning of the first video, and I never really questioned it until now. Now that I have the internet, which I didn't have when I was playing the game. And I tried to see if I could look up anything about it, and I actually did find something. It's under the Wikipedia entry for Square, video game company, under the section Publishing and Subsidiaries. It's the final paragraph in that whole section, which reads, on May 1st, 1998, Square formed a joint venture partnership with Electronic Arts. Yes, that Electronic Arts. Square Electronic Arts published Square titles in North America, including this one, while Electronic Arts Square published Electronic Arts titles in Japan. So, this game was published through Square Electronic Arts LLC, while EA's titles were published in Japan under Square Electronic Arts KK. Interestingly enough, there is an article in French Wikipedia about Square Electronic Arts LLC, if I remember correctly, and I will link to that article as well as the English article that I'm reading now. Anyway, the partnership emerged a year following Electronic Arts winding down a similar partnership with Victor in December 1997. Shares were distributed between the two on a 70-30 basis relating to their role. Square Electronic Arts had Square owning 70, while Electronic Arts owned 30. It would not surprise me if the Japanese side of the partnership, Square EA KK, which was based in Japan, I'm definitely guessing that Square EA LLC was based in the States. It was EA 70, Square 30. It wouldn't surprise me if that were the case. Electronic Arts Square would also develop the PlayStation 2 launch title X Squad, which was known in Japan as X-Fire or Crossfire. In March 31st, 2003, coinciding with the Square Enix merger, both ventures were dissolved, both the LLC and the KK, with each partner buying the other's shares. In his February press release, Square described the joint venture as a success. The Square side of the venture was rebranded under the Square Enix name. And now you know. And now we will go to Chapter 2, A New Journey.
Huh? Where is this place?
Sir Musashi, thou hast awakeneth.
Hey, geezer! Wait, have we met?
I'm Livers, the butler.
Who cares about that? Why am I here?
We foundeth thou sleeping, after thou defeated Thirst Quencher's abominable Robotif. So we broughteth thou to hither roometh.
Oh yeah, and that big imbecile with the cape! He kidnapped the princess! That loser! I let him get away! Hey, Geezer, do I have to save the princess to go back to my world?
Thou art beeth correcteth. However, they willeth not sitteth around quietly. They willeth come hither for Lumina.
Something special about Lumina?
Indeedeth. Legendary brave fencer Musashi used Lumina, the sword of luminescence, to sealeth away the wizard of darkness. And when it absorbs all the 5 scrolls, earth, water, fire, wind, and sky, thou doth will inheriteth extraordinary powers.
The Sword of Luminescence, Lumina and the 5 scrolls. No wonder they want them. So where can I get my hands on the 5 scrolls?
If only our fortune teller, Sia Beverly, were here, she would know.
She ran off with some handsome dude, huh?
No, she was kidnapped.
What? So the princess is not the only one?
Well, actually, there were 40 people at All-You-Can-Eat Palace. Now there are only 5 left. They've all been sealed within Bincho Fields and scattered in all directions.
Bincho Fields? What are they? Are they the Thirst Quencher Empire's doing?
Yes, I saw it myself. Everyone was sealed into large green diamonds and then just poof, vanished.
I can't believe it! So I guess one of them was the fortune teller, right? So that means I have to save not only the princess, but everyone else, too.
Sir Musashi, I knew that thou would helpeth us. Thou mayest break Bincho Fields easily with Lumina. Oh, and these will help thou.
Musashi received the rescue list. You may look at it in the submenu. Musashi received the sensor watch. It flashes red when you near a Bincho field.
Wheneth that watch flashes red, a Bincho field doth nearby.
The people whom you save will help you on your journey. Good luck, Sir Musashi. Gridden Village is located at the foot of this castle. Please use it as your base.
Before thou goeth, thou should do some research in the castle's library.
And believe it or not, this is a but thou must situation. You have to pick one. Observe.
Nah, studying sucks.
If thou will be a sloth, the princess wilt not be saved, and thou will never return home.
What if I keep saying no?
But I hate studying.
If thou will be a sloth, the princess wilt not be saved, and thou will never return home.
Might as well show off that extra voice acting that I didn't have to show off. And in case Musashi does sound familiar, that is Mona Marshall, by the way. Mona Marshall was also the voice for Izzy in Digimon Adventure. It definitely helped in me taking a liking to this game.
Okay, I'll go hit the books.
Good luck, Sir Musashi.
I forgot to mention it, but this room is yours, so use it as you wish. Please take care on your journey, sir.
Oh, Sir Musashi, been waiting for you.
Who are you?
I'm Scribe Shanky. Well, you see, my job for now is to read these books for you. Come closer.
I'm guessing Musashi does not know how to read. He is a samurai after all. And I'm pretty sure that how things were in Japan at the time, all samurai really knew was basically battling. It's not like they knew math or anything. Why would you want to learn math? That's for an accountant or something. And, well, they wouldn't know how to read either, I would think. Now, you could quit and, well, get out of this, but we are actually going to do some reading for this video. And there's quite a bit to this, so we might as well go ahead and just dig in. I should put the music for this particular part in the description for this video because it is rather nifty and I do like it. So I'll definitely remember to do so if I remember. Anyway, let's start with Legend Musashi. We have Musashi, Lumina, the 5 scrolls, the 5 crests, and legendary armor. Let's start from top to bottom. Let's see, it says, a hero who used Lumina, the Sword of Luminescence, to seal away the Wizard of Darkness. So there has been another Musashi in the past who saved this world. What is Lumina exactly? We pretty much know, but Lumina is a sword that was used by Musashi to seal away the Wizard of Darkness. By uniting with the 5 scrolls, it exhibits extraordinary powers. Let's go to the 5 scrolls. The powers of the Wizard of Darkness were separated and divided into 5 forces: earth, fire, water, wind, and sky, and were sealed onto these scrolls. They may be liberated and absorbed by Lumina. And now, the 5 crests. A hidden path may be unlocked when a crest unites with its corresponding scroll. So, earth, fire, water, wind, and sky. Let me refer back to what is known about Musashi Miyamoto. Believe it or not, the 5 scrolls are actually based on the Book of 5 Rings, Gorin no Sho. The Book of 5 Rings is a text on Kenjutsu and the martial arts in general, written by the Japanese swordsman Miyamoto Musashi around 1645. Many translations have been made, and it has garnered broad attention in East Asia and throughout the world. For instance, some foreign business leaders find a discussion of conflict to be relevant to their work. The modern-day Hyoho Niten Ichiryu employs it as a manual of technique and philosophy. Musashi establishes a no-nonsense theme throughout the text. For instance, he repeatedly remarks that technical flourishes are excessive and contrasts worrying about such things with the principle that all technique is simply a method of cutting down one's opponent. He also continually makes the point that the understandings expressed in the book are important for combat on any scale, whether a one-on-one duel or a massive battle. Descriptions of principles are often followed by admonitions to investigate this thoroughly through practice rather than trying to learn them by merely reading. Musashi describes and advocates a 2-sword fencing style, that is, wielding both katana and wakizashi. Fusion is obviously the katana, while the wakizashi is obviously Lumina. Contrary to the more traditional method of wielding the katana two-handed. However, he only explicitly describes wielding 2 swords in a section on fighting against many adversaries. The stories of his many duels rarely refer to Musashi himself wielding 2 swords, however, although, since they are mostly oral traditions, their details may be inaccurate. Musashi states within the volume that one should train with a longsword in each hand, thereby training the body and improving one's ability to use 2 blades simultaneously. Which then leads to the 5 books. Is there anything I should mention? Gorin no Sho are the teachings which Musashi preached to the students in his own dojo. Though the ideas are taken from other sources, the text is predominantly seminal. The 5 books refer to the idea that there are different elements of battle, just as there are different physical elements in life, as described by Buddhism, Shinto, and other Eastern religions. The 5 books below, well, in this article anyway, are Musashi's descriptions of the exact methods or techniques which are described by such elements. The term Ichi School refers to Niten no Ichi Ryu, or Niten Ichi Ryu, which literally translate to 2 heavens, 1 school. Alternative translations include 2 swords, 1 spirit, and 2 swords, 1 entity. The translation 2 swords, 1 dragon was thought to be a misinterpretation of the kanji word Ryu. The Book of Earth chapter serves as an introduction and metaphorically discusses martial arts leadership and training as building a house. The Book of Water chapter describes Musashi's style, Niten Ichi Ryu, or 2 heavens, 1 style. It describes some basic technique and fundamental principles. The Book of Fire chapter refers to the heart, or refers to the heat of battle. Same thing, I guess? And discusses matters such as different types of timing. The Book of Wind chapter is something of a pun, since the Japanese character for wind can also mean style, such as of martial arts. It discusses what Musashi considers to be the failings of various contemporary schools of sword fighting. The Book of the Void, which I'm guessing was translated to sky, which could mean heaven in this particular instance. The Book of the Void chapter is a short epilogue describing in more esoteric terms Musashi's, probably, Zen-influenced thoughts on consciousness and the correct mindset. And there's articles on the 5 books, which I'm not going to get into. Not at this time anyway, otherwise I'd be talking forever and we would be sitting at the screen for 40 minutes probably. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to mention the books when the time comes. Legendary Armor. The armor worn by brave fencer Musashi. It's said that there are 5 pieces, but... interesting. Nobody knows of anything about them, really. I'm guessing. Let's go to Bincho type. This will be rather interesting. Let's start with Is a Bincho type. A supreme form of energy which is mined mainly in the vicinity of all you can eat. If it hasn't been obvious to you yet, there are a large amount of food puns in the English translation of this game. When underground, it exists in a liquid state. However, when it is exposed to air, it crystallizes. That explains why we haven't seen it in liquid form, and always crystal. Brave Bincholon. A solid fuel made by refining binchotite. It is used extensively from industrial to household uses. Kinda made me wish we had something like that back in the day. Anyway, effectiveness. Used for fueling household heaters and stoves. Indispensable for everyday life. And of course, there are side effects to using it, so maybe having something like binchotite may not be a good idea. Let's see, it says, binchotite, the raw material of bincholon, is toxic. There have been reported cases of plants and animals mutating after being exposed to it. May want to keep this in mind for later. Anyway, you can back out of sections with triangle, and you can make selections with the D-pad and the X button. Let's go into All You Can Eat. Starting with All You Can Eat Palace, which is the castle that we are in right now. The home of the All You Can Eat royal family. By being built on top of a cliff, it is well protected from attack. And yeah, it's pretty high up, as you're going to see eventually. Let's learn more about Grillin Village, which is the village down below. A village beneath All You Can Eat Palace. It was originally built for mining binchotite, but now exists as a residential town. Nice to see that it's still around. Steamwood. a refining machine that pumps up underground Binchotite and processes it into Vigilon, built with the Thirst Quencher Empire. So the Allucaneet Kingdom and the Thirst Quencher Empire may have been allies at one point. Interesting. Hex Valley. Yes, I'm going to pull a Nakatalili here. Like I always do. As a topography of the land was appropriate, a high-security prison was built. Great effort must be exhibited to open the gate, which is presently closed off. And finally, the Island of Dragons. Long ago, there lived a dragon on this island. It is said that the island sank beneath the ocean, yet this has not been proven. And now we can learn about the Empire. What do you mean you can't read that? I believe Scribe Shanky has been blocked by an invisible plot wall. Well, that's no fun. There's also a book on shogi? Well, this is a little more interesting. Let's see if we can read. Oh. That too, huh? Well, looks like we're not going to learn more about the Empire for the time being. It looks like we'll have to wait for that to be unlocked.
Oh, was that enough?
Well, we've read everything that there is. If you pick not yet, you'll go back to the previous menu, but, well, we have no reason to go back to the previous menu because we've read everything.
Yep, there.
Well then, you should go down to the village. Well, let's see. It's a shame that the gondola is broken. Oh, I know! Use both of your big swords!
Lumina and Fusion?
Oh, yes. You can go along the gondola's ropeway and glide down to the village.
This palace must be pretty high up on the mountain. I'll take your advice. Thanks.
I don't know what's weird, that Scribe Shanky comes up with that idea or that Musashi just goes with it. But you don't have to do that quite yet. You can still visit. Well, I should probably mention the commands. Visit lets you visit whoever is in the castle. Right now we just have the 5 people that Stuart Ribson said was there, which I'm pretty sure is him, Butler Livers, Scribe Shanky, and probably 2 other people. There's also the library, which we can go back to. There's our own room, which we can do things in. There's the sub-menu, which you get when you pause, and there is the village, which lets you go back to the village. And the rest of the game world. Let's go with Visit, because I want to show that off and explain everything there.
Sir Musashi, why did thou cometh hither?
Get used to Stuart Ribson saying that a lot when you come in here. Also, we are fully healed, but we have 100 BP. I should probably fix that. Anyway, you can choose to visit your friends, and then you can visit the 3 people that we've already seen here, as well as a clown and a musician. If you want to talk to Stuart Ribson, you actually have to choose the option to talk to him. And yes, you will probably wonder that too. You will probably wonder if he ever sleeps. Let's go ahead and talk to Butler Livers. See if he knows anything. Hello, Sir Musashi. Have you saved many people yet? Well, that didn't lead to much. But we're going to have to. And there is the clown. if you talk to him, he does a little... Well, he would do a trick, but he says hour. Something tells me that someone is missing. Also, why is his profile picture glowing like that? I guess that happens whenever you get the little triangle saying, hey, press X to scroll down. And that's how you get through the text, by the way. But my partner, Acrobat Sausages, is still missing. Looks like he was captured and put in the Bincho Field, and we're going to have to find him. And by finding more people, you can do more things. Let's talk to Scribe Oh. Well, he's in the library, so you have to go there to talk to him. Also, he says that Stuart Ripson is the castle gossip. Interesting. And finally, Musician A. Looked like there's only one musician, and there's supposed to be more than one. Musician Beef Clef. He says that everyone is still missing and that he is lonely. I'm lonely. Everyone's still missing. Did I catch the clown's name? Clown Weenie. Weenie and Sausages. Like I said, a lot of food references, especially meat. Now, if you tell Stuart you want to visit him, he will ask you to save the kingdom. And I don't blame him.
Taketh care on your journey.
There's some really good music here, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Let's check out our own room. Because, again, we have a room. Now, you have to leave the castle and come back to sleep, because as you can see, the timer still hasn't been activated yet. And there's also a toys option. But you're going to have to get the toys in order to play with them first. Not much to do here, but it's good to know that we can sleep here if we need to. Let's check out the sub-menu. This is the menu that you get when you pause during the rest of the game. And, we have a timer there. It's 54 minutes and counting. There's a rescue list. We can choose between the Lumina and the scrolls, should we get them. And we can see what's in our inventory. We can see the legendary armor pieces we have equipped. We have specialized techniques with explanatory notes in case we learn anything. And there's a configuration menu again. Not that I have any real reason to mess with it as far as I know. With the inventory, you can view items, use them, and discard them. And finally, there's the stats. You do have a level number, and you'll have a category for every couple of levels that you reach. And as you play through the game and beat up enemies, you'll build up your 4 stats: Body, Mind, Fusion, and Lumina. And you'll also get experience for it as well. Body is Musashi's strength. Experience increases as he defeats enemies. Mind, reduced damage by force of will. Experience increases the more you travel. The more you move, the more mind goes up. I kind of like that, to be honest. Fusion is Fusion's attack power. Experience increases the more Fusion is used. And Lumina is the same as Fusion, except it's for Lumina. Lumina's attack power, experience increases the more Lumina is used. And of course, there's a timer down there, which is running as we go through the game. And from there, we can go to the village. which we're going to head to next time. So, join me next time where we head to Allucaneet Village and explain everything going on down there. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!